ललित सर हैं? ललित सर?
बालकिशन आई एम देयर, मैं हूँ।
ठीक है, स्टार्ट करें तो सर?
हाँ हाँ हाँ।
यस।
On behalf of Surat branch of WRC of ICI, I feel privileged to welcome our WRC chairman CA Lalit Bajaj sir, regional council member CA Balkishan sir, our speaker dignitaries and all the participants over virtual platform. One side where the world is planning for welcoming the new year 2021, we chartereds are busy in complying the various due dates of direct and indirect taxes. We are offering our responsibilities in nation building. I request CA Ishwar Jivani sir, chairman of Surat branch, to address the gathering. Over to you, sir.
सर म्यूट है, सर म्यूट है, ईश्वर सर म्यूट है।
Ishwar sir, mute.
Just a minute, okay. Thank you, Pooja ji. Respected CA Lalit Bajaj ji, Chairman WRC, CA Jai Thaira ji, CCM in absentia, CA Balkishan ji, RCM Surat. Our today's speaker Virendra Singh ji, ITS Additional DGFT Surat. Mitesh Ladani ji, GM DIC Surat. CA Durgesh Mishra ji, Chief Manager, Union Bank of India, Regional Office Surat. My colleagues in MCM, CA Pooja Murarka ji, CA Arun Narang, CA Manoj Jain ji, and my colleagues in profession. Very good afternoon to all of you. MSME is a key to the growth of Indian industry. If India wants to get to the speed of growth targets, then need to push the MSME first. This is the reason we have focused on MSME conclave like things. We have also had a webinar on listing of MSME on NSE platform, and we will also have many more webinars on MSME. With this, I welcome all the dignitaries, Lalit Bajaj ji, Virendra Singh ji, Mitesh Ladani ji, and Durgesh ji. Thank you, Pooja ji, for giving me a chance to welcome all the guests. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your kind words. Now I request CA Balkishan sir to share his words of wisdom. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much, Pooja. Respected Chairman of WIRC, CA Lalitji Bajaj, my regional council colleague, and जिनकी leadership में WIRC doing lots of work. So, sir, welcome on this virtual platform. और जब things will be fine, definitely हम physical mode पे भी सूरत branch में आपसे मिलना चाहेंगे, हमारे members भी interact करना चाहेंगे. So, welcome, sir. Welcome on virtual mode. And respected chairman of Surat branch, CA Ishwar Jivani, all the managing committee members, Pooja, Arun, Joni, and जिनका भी मैं नाम नहीं ले पा रहा हूँ, and present here, and especially the speakers of our today's webinar, Shri Virendra Singh ji, additional DGFT Surat, sir, welcome, and CA Durgesh Mishra ji and CA Mitesh Ladani and all the members present here. So first of all, we are very thankful to our chairman Lalitji Bajaj and all the speakers. And this is very good combination of this webinar, जिसमें DGFT से, बैंक से और सभी है. And MSME is the main मतलब practicing area in Surat for the young chartered accountants. So definitely our members will be benefited for this webinar. And one thing, no doubt, the time is very challenging, and our lots of members are facing some difficulties. So, friends, this is the challenging time, and we have to accept all the challenges, face the challenges, and things will be going fine in some times. और एक जो ICI ने अभी अपने जो ICI एग्जाम्स जो कंडक्ट किए, तो ललित जी मैं बताना चाहूंगा कि सूरत में 19 एग्जामिनेशन सेंटर्स थे, एंड सूरत ब्रांच ने बहुत शानदार काम किया. सभी 19 ब्रांचेस पे बहुत स्मूथली एग्जाम्स कंडक्टेड हुए विदाउट एनी सिंगल डिस्टर्बेंस. और इसके अलावा जो बाहर से स्टूडेंट्स आए थे उनको स्टे फैसिलिटीज, कन्वेंस फैसिलिटीज भी सूरत ने अवेलेबल करवाई. ताकि हर तरह से स्मूथ हो चुके। तो माय बेस्ट कॉम्प्लीमेंट्स टू द सूरत ब्रांच फॉर दैट। एंड नो डाउट लास्ट डेट्स आ रही है दिसंबर में, जीएसटी एंड इनकम टैक्स बोथ, तो मेंबर्स आर वेरी वेरी बिजी इन दैट सिनारियो। तो माय बेस्ट विशेस टू ऑल द मेंबर्स कि वो टाइमली अपनी जो है क्लाइंट्स की ऑडिट्स जो है कंप्लीट करें। एंड स्टे सेफ एंड स्टे पॉजिटिव एंड थैंक यू वेरी मच। या
Thank you so much, sir. Moving ahead, now I request C. Arun Narang to give a formal introduction of our WRC chairman, C.A. Lalit, sir.
Pooja,
Yes, sir.
I think so. Introduction is not required. Let me just share my thoughts for 2 minutes, and then we can start with the technical session. Guest speaker for the day, Shri Virendra Singh ji, Shri Mitesh Ladani ji, Shri Durgesh Mishra ji, Chairman of the branch Ishwar Jivani, with his committee Naveen Jain, Pooja Murarka, Rahul Agarwal, Arun Narang, Mihir Thakkar, Pradeep Kabra, my co-regional council member Balkishan Agarwal, seniors, friends and colleagues. On behalf of WIRC and on behalf of Surat branch, I welcome all of you in this August gathering, whereby we are supposed to discuss on various aspects related to MSME ecosystem. At the outset, I would like to thank Surat branch for 2 things. First is for agreeing to conduct this program jointly with WIRC, so that WIRC can really be enabled and enriched in conducting and disseminating knowledge among its members. And second, I was really thankful to Surat branch because the subject which you have planned, I think so MSME ecosystem is something very relevant, which naturally December we feel that we are very much occupied with our regular commitments. But otherwise, MSME ecosystem is something which is part of any deliberation which we are having as of now, whether it is with any government office or whether it is with any bureaucratic office. I believe me, every office is talking about MSME ecosystem, MSME support system, what are the schemes of government which can be of benefit to the small entrepreneurs. So I think so this is a very apt subject. And when I look at the dignitaries who are going to share their experience and expertise on the subject, I think this is very well planned conference. So I congratulate the Surat branch for taking such initiative and conducting such a wonderful program. As you all know, Surat branch has always been doing wonderful programs in past and present. And I think so this is one more initiative from Surat branch. Let me tell you that Ishwar has always been talking to me and understanding from me that how can I serve the members and students better and in a more proficient way. And believe me, the seriousness and the way he takes ahead all the ideas and suggestions, I think so he's doing a very wonderful program as far as activities of our branch is concerned. About various initiatives of WIRC, you all might be very well aware about it. I don't want to take much of your time in this very busy schedule wherein you have come in this seminar to understand the various aspects of this. One simple thing which I would like to just convey to all of my chartered accountant brothers and sisters here is, we all are engaged with MSME in our regular practice and consultancy. What I understand is, naturally we as chartered accountants are facing some problems as far as managing our office and as far as serving the clients is concerned. Secondly, I think so MSME is also facing some strain and stress as far as to manage the liquidity, to run the business in its best way, to incur and absorb the costs which are required to run the entity. So I would request all my chartered accountants, brothers and sisters, that just ensure that in this period of difficult times, we are really able to help enrich our clients' MSMEs to run their business successfully, and at the same time to get the maximum benefit of the various government schemes previously announced and now being announced, so that they can run their business successfully. And believe me, if our clients are successful in their career, gradually they will somewhere or the other be a part in our success story. So with this simple thought in my mind, I would request all of you do visit WIRC website, WIRC newsletter, and go through the various initiatives and activities of WIRC. Do participate and contribute wherever you feel so relevant. We will be more than happy to serve you at the best of our capacity. With this, I once again thank Surat branch for giving me this opportunity. Thank you, and look forward for more and more interaction with all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. An interaction with the leader is always a fruitful opportunity one can have. Thank you, sir, for sharing with us the initiative taken up by the WIRC, the things we are shared with us. I request Sri Arun Narang to introduce our today's honorable speaker, Sri Virendra Singh, sir.
Thank you, Pooja ma'am. Let me introduce to you all our speaker for today's session, Sir Virendra Singh Ji. Virendra Singh Ji is currently Additional DGFT of Surat and Development Commissioner of Surat Cells. Singh Sir is year 1989 batch of civil servants from Indian Trade Service. He has served in various capacities in similar fields in states of Rajasthan, Gujarat, Delhi, and Andhra Pradesh. In today's session on foreign trade policy for MSME, we would try to gain maximum from his vast experience and knowledge. Over to you, sir. Virendra sir.
Good afternoon, everybody. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. You are audible, sir.
जैसा कि आपको पता ही है, ये बहुत खुशी की बात है कि पहली बार मैं सूरत में एक पढ़ी लिखी कम्युनिटी जिसको बोल सकते हैं और एक लर्नेड कम्युनिटी को मैं संबोधित कर रहा हूँ, जो कि चार्टेड अकाउंटेंटों की है। इनका MSME में निर्यात बढ़ाने का इनका बहुत बड़ा योगदान होता है। मैं समझता हूँ कि आप लोग दिसंबर को लेकर बहुत बिजी हैं, उसके बावजूद भी मैं बार बार सीए राहुल अग्रवाल से निवेदन कर रहा था कि भाई किसी तरह से सेमिनार आयोजित कीजिए। पहले सीए की एग्जाम थी 15 तारीख तक, इसलिए ये प्रोग्राम आयोजित नहीं हो सका, लेकिन मैं चाहता था कि मैं आप लोगों से एक बार मुखातिब हूँ। जैसा कि आपको पता है कि MSME के लिए विशेष प्रोत्साहन अभी सरकार दे रही है, और आपको पता होगा कि अक्टूबर माह में गत वर्ष की तुलना में भारत का मर्चेंटाइल जो एक्सपोर्ट है वो 5.4% कम रहा। अक्टूबर माह में निर्यात $24.82 बिलियन का रहा। सितंबर में निर्यात में लगभग 6% की वृद्धि हुई थी। साथ ही साथ अक्टूबर माह में आयात भी 11.56% कम रहा, जबकि यह सितंबर माह में 19.6% कम रहा था। सितंबर में व्यापार घाटा, ट्रेड डेफिसिट जिसको बोलते हैं, जो $2.72 बिलियन था, अक्टूबर में बढ़कर $8.78 बिलियन हो गया। कोविड की वजह से भारत के निर्यात में अप्रैल से अक्टूबर 2020-21 में 19.5% की गिरावट आई थी। अप्रैल से नवंबर 2020 में भारत के निर्यात में 17.8% की गिरावट आई, जो कि आपने अभी पिछले पेपरों में पढ़ा होगा। साथ ही साथ आयात में भी 33.5% की गिरावट आई, जिससे कि बैलेंस ऑफ ट्रेड जो है वो काफ़ी बढ़ गया। पेट्रोलियम और जेम ज्वेलरी को छोड़कर बाकी क्षेत्रों में एक्सपोर्ट में काफ़ी गिरावट आई। फार्मा में 15%, चावल में 39% और आयरन ओर में 62% की वृद्धि दर्ज की गई। भारत सरकार निर्यात बढ़ाने के लिए कटिबद्ध है और उन सेक्टरों पर विशेष बल दिया जा रहा है जिनमें निर्यात बढ़ाया जा सकता है। सरकार ने ऐसे 24 सेक्टरों को आइडेंटिफाई किया है जिसमें 20 लाख करोड़ की उत्पादन क्षमता है, प्रोडक्शन कैपेसिटी है। कट एंड पॉलिश डायमंड के निर्यात में गत वर्ष के मुकाबले अगस्त माह में पैंडेमिक की वजह से पिछले वर्ष की तुलना में लगभग 20% की गिरावट आई थी। पिछले वर्ष अगस्त माह में 11,000 करोड़ के निर्यात के मुकाबले 9,000 करोड़ निर्यात अगस्त 2020 में हुआ। अब मैं आपको यह कहना चाहूंगा कि पैंडेमिक को देखते हुए भारत सरकार ने या मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ कॉमर्स ने क्या क्या रिलैक्सेशन आप लोगों को दिए हैं, फॉरेन ट्रेड पॉलिसी में दिए हैं। तो SCIST जो सर्विस एक्सपोर्ट इंसेंटिव स्कीम के अलावा सभी स्कीम्स की जो वैलिडिटी है वो 31/3/2021 तक बढ़ा दी गई है। जैसा कि आपको पता होगा कि फॉरेन ट्रेड जो पॉलिसी थी वो 31/3/2020 तक वैलिड थी, 15 से 20 तक 5 साल की पॉलिसी थी, लेकिन पैंडेमिक को देखते हुए इसको 31/3/2021 तक बढ़ा दिया गया है। स्टेटस सर्टिफिकेट जो एक्सपोर्ट हाउस वगैरह होते हैं इनकी वैलिडिटी भी 31/3/2021 तक बढ़ा दी गई है। GST और कंपनसेशन सेस का पेमेंट, एडवांस ऑथराइजेशन, EPCG और EOU में 31/3/2021 तक बढ़ा दिया गया है। TMA ट्रांसपोर्ट मार्केटिंग असिस्टेंट स्कीम की अवधि भी 31/3/2021 तक बढ़ा दी गई है। जिन एडवांस ऑथराइजेशन, ये थोड़ा ध्यान से सुनने वाली बात है, जिन एडवांस ऑथराइजेशन DFIA और EPCG की वैलिडिटी 1/2/2020 से 31/7/2020 के बीच खत्म हो रही है, उनको स्वतः 6 महीने की एक्सटेंशन ऑटोमेटिकली दे दिया गया है। इसमें एंडोर्समेंट की जरूरत नहीं होती है। MEIS की अवधि 31/12/2020 तक बढ़ा दी गई है। अभी शायद आप लोगों में से ये क्वेश्चन करना चाहेंगे कि साहब अभी हमारा MEIS अभी बाकी है और उसका क्लेम हमको नहीं मिल रहा है, तो उसके बारे में सरकार का अभी बजट की प्रक्रिया चल रही है, वो अभी बाद में होगा। यदि निर्यात की अवधि 1/2/2020 से 31/7/2020 के बीच समाप्त हो रही है तो उसकी वैलिडिटी ऑटोमेटिकली 6 महीने के लिए बढ़ा दी गई है। इसमें कोई पेनल्टी या कंपोजिशन फी एप्लीकेबल नहीं है। अगर इस अवधि में, जो कि अभी मैंने बताया, कोई लेट कट लगेगा तो उसको भी रिलैक्स कर दिया गया है। EOU, STP, ESTP, BTP यूनिटों की अवधि 31/12/2020 तक ऑटोमेटिकली बढ़ा दी गई है। टर्मिनल एक्साइज ड्यूटी रिफंड, ड्रॉबैक, TMA रिफंड की टाइम लिमिट भी एक्सटेंड कर दी गई है। RBI ने नोटिफिकेशन के अनुसार जो रियलाइजेशन पीरियड 9 महीने से बढ़ाकर 15 महीने तक कर दिया गया है, ये आप सब लोगों को पता है। पब्लिक नोटिस 8 के तहत जो SEIS और MEIS स्क्रिप्ट 1/3/2018 तथा 30/6/2018 के बीच जारी हुई है, उनकी स्वतः वैलिडिटी 30/9/2020 तक बढ़ा दी गई है। मतलब जो एक्सपायर हो रही थी उनकी 6 मंथ वैलिडिटी ऑटोमेटिकली एक्सटेंड कर दी गई है। एप्लीकेशंस जिन पर के 1/3/2020 से लेट कट लगाया जाना था, 1/3/2020 पैंडेमिक पीरियड और 30/6/2020 के बीच यदि किसी आवेदन पर कोई लेट कट नहीं लगाया जाएगा। वित्त वर्ष 2016-17 के SEIS आवेदन 31/6/2020 तक किए जा सकते। हेलो
यस सर।
वित्त वर्ष 2017-18 की SEIS आवेदन जो कि 31/3/2020 जिनकी लास्ट डेट थी सबमिट करने की, 5% लेट कट के साथ में वैलिड है। अब 30/6/2020 तक स्वीकार है और 10% लेट कट के साथ में 31/3/2021 तक उसकी एप्लीकेशन लगाई जा सकती है। अभी आपने एक नई स्कीम के बारे में सुना होगा, रेमिशन ऑफ ड्यूटीज एंड टैक्सेस ऑन एक्सपोर्टेड प्रोडक्ट, ROTDEP। ये ट्रेड नोटिस नंबर 32/2021 डेटेड 28/10/2020 को इसका नोटिफिकेशन और ट्रेड नोटिस नंबर 33 डेटेड 28/10/2020 इसके हिसाब से इसको नोटिफाई कर दिया गया है। एक दूसरी स्कीम जो है ROSL, रिबेट ऑफ स्टेट लेवल ड्यूटीज की स्कीम भी है। ROSL स्कीम shall be issued only for such old shipping bills of scheme of ROSL for which ROSL amounts could not be disbursed earlier due to budget limitation। मतलब बजट लिमिटेशन के हिसाब से अगर उसका पेमेंट नहीं हो पाया था तो वो एप्लीकेशन की जा सकती है। इसका जो एप्लीकेशन का फॉर्म है वो ANF4SL है। मैक्सिमम 50 शिपिंग बिल तक इसकी एप्लीकेशन की जा सकती है। बाकी प्रोविजंस इसके लगभग MEIS की तरह हैं। अब हमको देखना ये है कि MSME के लिए हमको क्या बेनिफिट पॉलिसी में दिए गए हैं। तो MSME जो सेक्टर है उसका, जैसा कि आपको पता होगा कि एक्सपोर्ट हाउस जारी करने में उसको डबल वेटेज मिलता है। अगर $3 मिलियन पे $5 मिलियन पे अभी एक्सपोर्ट हाउस का दर्जा मिलता है, तो 3 साल में अगर उसने $2.5 मिलियन का टर्नओवर किया है तो उसको डबल वेटेज मिलके उसको डबल वेटेज MSME यूनिट को मिलता है। प्रश्न ये उठता है कि ऐसे कौन कौन से क्षेत्र हैं जिनमें कि भारत में निर्यात बढ़ाया जा सकता है। तो मैं स्टडी करके देखा, आप लोगों को शायद, चूंकि आप सभी CA हैं, तो फॉरेन ट्रेड पॉलिसी की सारी पॉलिसियां बताने की तो जरूरत नहीं है कि क्या एडवांस लाइसेंस होता है, क्या IEC होता है, क्या EPCG होता है। वो सब आप लोग जानते हैं और यहाँ पर एप्लीकेशन करते रहते हैं, मैं देखता रहता हूँ। एक जो नया क्षेत्र है गुजरात से, वो मूंगफली का है। अगर आप मूंगफली देखें, ग्राउंडनट को देखें, तो इसमें 19% का ग्रोथ है। एपीडा के डाटा के हिसाब से सितंबर 2020 में 1.9 लाख मेट्रिक टन ग्राउंडनट का एक्सपोर्ट हुआ है। गुजरात मूंगफली का सबसे बड़ा उत्पादक राज्य है और इसमें इसके एक्सपोर्ट में पिछले साल के मुकाबले करीब 55% का ग्रोथ हुआ है। अप्रैल से सितंबर 2020 में 17,000 करोड़ रुपए का एक्सपोर्ट हुआ है और पिछली तिमाही में 13,028 करोड़ रुपए का एक्सपोर्ट इसमें हुआ था। मूंगफली का निर्यात वियतनाम, मलेशिया, फिलीपींस, थाईलैंड और चीन को किया जाता है। क्योंकि चीन में इस वर्ष केवल 40 लाख टन मूंगफली का उत्पादन हुआ है, इसलिए भारत को निर्यात की विपुल संभावनाएं हैं। गुजरात 2019-20 में मूंगफली निर्यात में 57% की ग्रोथ इसने दर्ज किया था। 19-20 में यहाँ से 4.7 लाख मेट्रिक टन का निर्यात किया गया था, जो कि 2018-19 के मुकाबले 3 लाख टन के मुकाबले अधिक था। तो ये एक क्षेत्र है जिसमें कि एक्सपोर्ट को बढ़ाया जा सकता है और नए जो एंटरप्रेन्योर्स हैं वो इसमें आ सकते हैं। अभी जो नया इमर्जिंग क्षेत्र है वो टेक्निकल टेक्सटाइल का है। क्योंकि सूरत को वस्त्र नगरी बोलते हैं, तो टेक्निकल टेक्सटाइल में भारत के निर्यात की विपुल संभावना है। जैसे पैरासूट है, बैग है, यूनिफॉर्म है, जैकेट है, बुलेट प्रूफ जैकेट है आदि के लिए प्रतिवर्ष लगभग 55 लाख मीटर कपड़े की जरूरत होती है। आपने पेपरों में पढ़ा भी होगा कि इसके लिए भारत सरकार काफी उपाय कर रही है और बार बार सूरत में भी मीटिंग DRDO की होती रहती है। DRDO के पैरामीटर की शर्तों को पूरा करके हाई डेंसिटी का कपड़ा यहाँ पर बनाया जा सकता है और सूरत में लगभग 10 लाख मीटर कपड़ा बनाया जा सकता है। ऐसी सूरत की संभावना है। जो तीसरा जो क्षेत्र है वो डायमंड और जेमन ज्वेलरी का है, जिसमें कि कोविड के दरमियान इस क्षेत्र में निर्यात में गिरावट आई थी, लेकिन अप्रैल से नवंबर 2020 के समय में जो गोल्ड का इंपोर्ट है गत वर्ष की अपेक्षा 40% कम हुआ है। लगभग 12.3 बिलियन टन का आयात इस समय में किया गया, जो कि 2019-20 में $20.6 बिलियन का था। साथ ही साथ सिल्वर का आयात भी इस अवधि में लगभग 60% कम हुआ है। कल परसों के पेपर में ही आप लोगों ने पढ़ा होगा, सन 2019-20 में जो आयात अप्रैल से नवंबर माह में $113.42 बिलियन था, घटकर अप्रैल 2020 नवंबर 2020 में $42 बिलियन रह गया। भारत प्रतिवर्ष लगभग 800-900 टन गोल्ड का इंपोर्ट करता है और विश्व का सबसे बड़ा खपत वाला देश है, लेकिन इसके बावजूद सिल्वर ज्वेलरी का निर्यात अप्रैल से नवंबर माह में 61% का ग्रोथ किया है। इस समय में लगभग $1.6 बिलियन का निर्यात हुआ। अकेले नवंबर माह में ही $2.5 बिलियन का निर्यात हुआ, जिससे 95% की रिकवरी हुई। भारत में 90% विश्व का कट एंड पॉलिश्ड डायमंड का कार्य होता है। अप्रैल से नवंबर माह में पिछले वर्ष के मुकाबले इस क्षेत्र में 44% की गिरावट आई है और केवल $11.4 बिलियन का निर्यात हो सका है। लेकिन कट एंड पॉलिश्ड का नवंबर माह में जो निर्यात है वो 158% का इसमें ग्रोथ हुआ है। नवंबर 2019 में यह निर्यात केवल 620 करोड़ रुपए का था, जो नवंबर 2020 में करीब 1600 करोड़ रुपए का हो गया है। मतलब 158% की इसमें ग्रोथ हुआ है। मेक इन इंडिया के तहत भारत में स्मार्टफोन के एक्सपोर्ट में भी काफी विपुल संभावनाएं हैं न्यू एंटरप्रेन्योर्स के लिए। इसका जो एक्सपोर्ट है वो अमेरिका, संयुक्त अरब अमीरात, रूस जैसे देशों को 2020 में 1.5 अरब डॉलर मतलब 11,113 करोड़ रुपए का निर्यात यहां से होने की संभावना है। वर्तमान में भारत 24 देशों को मोबाइल फोन का निर्यात करता है। सितंबर 2020 में इसका निर्यात 17% बढ़कर 5.43 करोड़ इकाई हो गया है। इस क्षेत्र में भी निर्यात की विपुल संभावनाएं हैं। एक खुशबू का जो पेड़ है उसको पाम रोजा ग्रास बोलते हैं, जो कि अभी कच्छ में उसका उत्पादन होने लगा है। और कच्छ में उत्पादन के साथ साथ ही ये परफ्यूमरी इंडस्ट्री में बहुत अच्छी तरह काम आता है। इसका जो मुख्य मार्केट है वो स्विट्जरलैंड, जर्मनी और फ्रांस आदि जैसे डेवलप्ड कंट्रीज में है। इसकी परफ्यूमरी इंडस्ट्री में भयंकर डिमांड है और यह खुशबू का एक नेचुरल सोर्स है। इससे परफ्यूम बनाए जाते हैं। साथ ही साथ अगरबत्ती उद्योग को भी इसमें बहुत बड़ा रॉ मटेरियल की मिलने की संभावना होती है। तो इस पौधे को, ये जो ग्रास है, इसको पानी की बहुत कम जरूरत होती है और किसान लगभग 1 एकड़ से 50,000 रुपए इसमें आराम से कमा लेता है। यही कारण है कि करीब 1500 एकड़ में आज कच्छ के क्षेत्र में इस ग्रास का उत्पादन हो रहा है। और तो और मैं तो यहाँ तक कहूँगा कि बकरी का दूध, ऊंट का दूध, इवन गधे का दूध भी आज भारत से निर्यात हो रहा है। आपने सुना होगा कि कैमल मिल्क की डिमांड सिंगापुर, मिडिल ईस्ट, कनाडा, यूके और एमर्जिंग मार्केट्स में बहुत ज़्यादा है। ये एक राजस्थान के एंटरप्रेन्योर ने कच्छ में शुरू किया है और बकरी के दूध का निर्यात भी बहुत ज़्यादा भारत से आजकल होने की काफ़ी संभावना है। उसके सारे गुण आप जानते ही हैं। साथ ही साथ प्रधानमंत्री जी ने अभी आत्मनिर्भर प्रधानमंत्री योजना चलाई है। इसका लक्ष्य 2023 तक 22,810 करोड़ रुपए 22,810 करोड़ रोजगार उत्पन्न करना है और इसके अंतर्गत 58.5 लाख लोगों को फायदा मिलेगा। आत्मनिर्भर भारत रोजगार योजना इस वर्ष 1584 करोड़ रुपए के बजट से 58.5 लाख लोगों को काम दिया जाएगा। लेबर मिनिस्ट्री 1/10/2020 से जून 2021 तक इसके रजिस्ट्रेशन करेगी। इसमें एम्प्लॉय को 24% और एम्प्लॉयर को 12% तक का फायदा दिया जाएगा। मैं डीजीएफटी के बारे में आपसे बात करना चाहूँगा क्योंकि आप में से बहुत सारे लोग सीए लोग यहाँ पर इस ऑफिस में आते हैं। बहुत सारी फर्मों को रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं। एक तो आपको पता होगा कि अभी ऑनलाइन सिस्टम चालू हो गया है डीजीएफटी में, हालांकि उसमें कुछ दिक्कतें आ रही हैं, लेकिन इसके बाद आप लोगों का और हम लोगों का लाइफ काफ़ी इजी हो जाएगा और इसमें बहुत बड़ी सहूलियत है। इसमें रजिस्ट्रेशन करने की ज़रूरत होती है, तो आप एक्सपोर्टर्स को मेहरबानी करके ये सिखाएं कि भाई अपनी डिजिटल की से वो आईईसी बेस में जाकर उसका रजिस्ट्रेशन करें, जिससे कि फर्दर जितनी भी एप्लीकेशन है, चाहे वो अमेंडमेंट है, चाहे फ्रेश लाइसेंस का इशुएंस है, या कोई इनवैलिडेशन है, या इवन क्लोजर है लाइसेंस का, तो वो भी डिजिटल माध्यम से ही होगा। मैं अंत में ये कहूँगा कि सुन के सब चल देते हैं, सुन के सब चल देते हैं, मानता कोई नहीं, टूटे रिश्ते खींच लेते हैं, बांधता कोई नहीं, जद्दोजहद इस दिल की दिल में दफन रहती है, मुझे पहचानते तो सब हैं, जानता कोई नहीं। जय हिंद, जय भारत।
थैंक यू सो मच सर।
બધા એવું નથી કરેલું બાલકિશન કે કોઈમાં નામ
I request Pooja madam to please take over the session further.
इसमें वीडियोज नहीं आ रहे हैं एक्चुअली, किसी का भी कुछ भी नहीं सुनाई दिखाई पड़ता है।
Thank you, Virendra sir. Now I request CA Johnny Jain to introduce our another speaker, Sri Himanshu sir.
Thank you, Pooja madam. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. It is indeed a pleasure in welcoming our today's speaker, Himanshu Gaurji. He is Master in Infrastructure Planning Project Consultant at EY. He is working at MSME Facilitation Desk for past 1 year. He has worked at DIC Vadodara previously and working with Surat DIC for past 4 months. With this, I would heartily welcome on behalf of Surat branch of WRC. So the stage is all yours, sir.
Good afternoon, all the dignitaries. I am Himanshu Gaur speaking on behalf of Mr. Nilesh Latani.
Hello.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Please continue.
Yes. I am here speaking on behalf of Mr. Mitesh Latani. He is General Manager DIC Surat and Joint Commissioner of Industries, Government of Gujarat. I could give kudos to ICAI for conducting this webinar on MSME specifically, and the Gujarat government has taken upon itself to promote MSMEs on a larger scale outside of Gujarat as well. But within Gujarat as well, it provides a lot of subsidies and a lot of initiatives on the part of applying for approvals or registrations. The ease of process has been provided to the MSMEs. On this note, I would like to share the industrial policy of Gujarat 2020. This policy had been initiated in the year 2015 and was run for 5 years till 2019. And this has been renewed in this year in 2020 and is expected to be run for a period of 5 years till 2025. In this, the benefits are provided to MSMEs directly to the entrepreneurs and as well as the facilitators of MSMEs, which help in training or building up of infrastructure or development of entrepreneurial skills of the entrepreneurs. So we'll begin with the first policy. I'd like to go through the definition of MSME, which is updated in 2020 June. Earlier, it was based just on investment in plant and machinery, and the service sector and manufacturer sector had a different definition. But now a consolidated definition for both manufacturing and service has been provided, based on investment and turnover both. As you can see, the micro enterprises are the enterprises which cover investment up to 1 crore rupees and have a turnover up to 5 crore rupees. Small enterprises up to 10 crores and turnover up to 50 crore rupees. Medium enterprises up to 50 crore rupees turnover up to 250 crore rupees. So first subsidy that is provided by the government of Gujarat under Industrial Policy 2020 is the capital investment subsidy. Capital investment subsidy is provided for the manufacturing sector only. It is provided on the gross fixed capital investment. The subsidy is divided based on like category to a taluka is provided based on category 1, 2 and 3, and it is up to 25% from 10% to 25% for general category and 15% to 30% for SCST entrepreneurs. The unit has to like remain in production for up to 7 years at least. If the production is not continuous for 7 years, then the subsidies are not provided. Next is interest subsidy for manufacturing sector. This is provided from 5% to 7% for general category and 6% to 8% for SCST entrepreneurs. The 1% additional subsidy is provided for differently abled women entrepreneurs and people below the age of 35 years. Next is interest subsidy for service sector. This is provided, the category criteria is same. 1% additional interest subsidy is provided in service sector for startup enterprises as a registered startup. Next is assistance for quality certification. It is eligible for only manufacturing sector. The quality certifications such as BIS, ISI, WHO, GMP, hallmark certifications and other national and international certifications, the subsidy is provided for these certifications. The statutory certifications, the subsidy is not provided for this. 50% of the fee of the the certification cost and 50% of the testing equipment with a ceiling of rupees 10 lakh rupees and 60% of the certification cost and 60% of the testing equipment for SCST entrepreneurs. And for Z certification, which is zero defect certification, is 50% of all charges with a ceiling of rupees 50,000. Next is assistance for patent registration. Patent registration by any individual or an enterprise. Both are eligible under this scheme. 75% of the expenditure incurred obtaining the patent, maximum rupees 25 lakh rupees, is provided as subsidies to the entrepreneur or the individual. Maximum fees of the attorney is rupees 50,000 rupees for domestic patents and 2 lakh rupees for international patents. Next is assistance for energy conservation. Existing enterprises as well as new enterprises are covered under this scheme. 75% of the cost of energy or water audit conducted in the unit is covered as subsidy, maximum rupees 50,000 rupees, and 25% of the cost of equipment subject to rupees 20 lakhs maximum per project is provided as subsidy for under this scheme. Next is assistance for raising capital through a SME Exchange. Government of India created a SME Exchange for MSMEs separately, so the MSMEs can list their enterprise at the exchange, and the government of Gujarat provides support to MSMEs to list their enterprises on the SME Exchange. So the application should for raising the equity, the charges incurred on raising the equity and the cost of listing the enterprise on the exchange is covered under the subsidy. Maximum rupees 5 lakh rupees and 25% for general category, and additional rupees 5% and additional 5% for SCST entrepreneurs. Next is assistance for reimbursement of CGTMSE scheme. CGTMSE is a collateral-free loan provided by central government and is availed through any centralized bank of India or private sector banks which are regulated under RBI. Under this scheme, collateral-free loans are provided, but additional fees is charged per year. So the Gujarat government scheme of assistance to reimbursement of CGTMSE scheme reimburses 100% of this scheme up to 5 years, up to a period of 5 years. Next is assistance for service line and power connection charges. The power connection charges paid to the authorities for LT or ST line is covered under this scheme. 35% of or maximum rupees 5 lakh rupees for general category, and 50% or maximum rupees 5 lakh rupees for SC/ST category entrepreneurs. And assistance for rehabilitation of sick enterprises. This is for an enterprise which has filed for like a rehabilitation or like has filed for bankruptcy and all, and for this purpose 50% of the cost of draft rehabilitation scheme assistance subject to rupees 1 lakh rupees maximum is provided under the scheme. Next is assistance for special entrepreneurship training. This is a training subsidy which is provided to trainers of the entrepreneurs. This is 100% subject to maximum rupees 10,000 per month for SC/ST entrepreneurs, and for mentorship it is 5,000 per month. Sustenance allowance is also provided, which is 5,000 per month for the entrepreneurship training. Next is assistance for water, gas, and approach road for SC/ST. This is assistance provided for incurred in construction of approach roads for premises of the enterprise or outer or connecting points of the last mile connectivity. Gas and water connection charges are also covered under the scheme. 75% of the cost of capital investment for infrastructure or expenditure or incurred on water bill or gas bill facilities, maximum rupees 15 lakh rupees is included under the scheme. Next is assistance to rent for MSMEs. This is assistance provided to manufacturing sector MSMEs which have acquired a place for production of a product on rent or lease. This is up to rupees 1 lakh rupees per annum or subject to maximum 65% for general category and 70% for SC/ST entrepreneurs. Next is assistance for patent participation in exhibition, national and international. This is a subsidy provided to entrepreneurs or enterprises to participate in national or state level or international exhibitions. State level exhibitions assistance is provided at 75%, subject to rupees maximum 50,000. National level exhibition 75%, but maximum slab is rupees 1 lakh. And international level exhibition, it is 75%, but maximum amount is rupees 2 lakh rupees. International assistance is also provided for like expenditure on literature, that is display material, and the product literature that you print for the exhibition. For SC/ST entrepreneurs, this subsidy is increased by 5%, that is to 80%. The maximum slab remains the same, that is for state level 50,000 rupees, national level 1 lakh rupees, international level 2 lakh rupees. Then there is scheme for common environmental infrastructure. Any institution or industries having polluting industrial units require relocation or retrofitting of units recommended by GPCB will be eligible under the scheme. Assistance for preparation of site master plan and etc. or retrofitting plan, 75% of assistance, maximum rupees 80 lakh rupees, and assistance for setup or relocation or refitting the existing polluting industrial unit into green industrial estates, 25% of the capital cost or maximum rupees 25 crore rupees. Assistance for environmental protection measures. Eligible activities are implementation of cleaner production technologies in place of existing process. 35% of the cost of plant and machinery with ceiling of rupees 35 lakh rupees, up to 10% of the cost of plant and machinery with a ceiling of 35 lakh rupees during the operative period for large projects. This subsidy is also eligible for large industries in combination to MSMEs. Any other environmental management project which with the use of clean, efficient and innovative pollution control equipment, 25% of the cost of plant and machinery with a ceiling of rupees 35 lakhs for MSMEs, and 10% of the cost of plant and machinery with a ceiling of rupees 35 lakhs for large projects. Next is assistance for R&D activities. Assistance in R&D is at 50% of the project cost, excluding the cost of land and building, subject to maximum rupees 50 lakhs. And assistance for setting up laboratories, etc. is also provided under the scheme. And next is assistance for startup innovations. For a startup that is registered with Government of Gujarat, sustenance allowance is provided to the entrepreneur at rupees 20,000 per month, and startups having at least one woman co-founder, rupees 25,000 per month is provided. Seed support is provided with rupees 30 lakh rupees, following on the basis of approval by SLEC. Assistance or for having an impact on society, that is additional support of rupees 10 lakh rupees based on conditions as approved by SLEC. Pre-series A funding is also provided by Government of Gujarat under GVFL, that is a Government of Gujarat undertaking, an SPV created for MSME funding, seed funding. Interest subsidy is also provided up to 9% on the term loans under the scheme, and assistance to enroll and participate in acceleration programs, and for this up to rupees 3 lakhs per startup to enroll and participate in the national and international recognized acceleration program, and assistance for skill development up to rupees 1 lakh rupees per approved startup for participating in skill development training programs on reimbursement basis. Next is mentoring services for startups, rupees 1 lakh rupees per sanctioned or approved startup, subject to maximum, or rupees 15 lakhs per annum per institute. That is 1 lakh per month and 15 lakhs per annum. And 75% of the expenses incurred for organizing or promoting the event, that and subject to maximum 5 lakh rupees is also reimbursed through the scheme. There are various schemes for technical competence and improving the manpower, which is subject to 100% of the course fees up to rupees 10,000 rupees per trainee for 1 week, or rupees 15,000 for 121 hours and above training. This is provided to skill development for MSMEs. Next is assistance to MSEs for developing sheds for private developers. This is assistance of 55% of the cost of land, building, and other infrastructure facilities and technical consultancy fees, subject to maximum ceiling of rupees 5 crore rupees. Assistance will be disbursed 30% before sanction of the project, and 25% will be disbursed after the commencement of production of MSMEs. Next is our award for MSMEs. This is a initiative by Gujarat government to promote MSMEs for improving their production and improving the product quality. So the awards are provided for under different categories. First is separate awards for MSMEs based on growth and profit, quality and environmental protection measures, innovation in technology, and new product or process development. This is award of rupees 2 lakh rupees trophy and appreciation letter to each winner from the Chief Minister of Gujarat. Second is award to best MSME entrepreneur in following category: women entrepreneur, young entrepreneur, SC and ST entrepreneur. This is also rupees 2 lakh rupees with a trophy and appreciation letter. Awards for commercially successful best MSME startup. This is 2 lakh rupees with the trophy and appreciation letter. There are various other schemes under the industrial policy of 2020. In total, there are 44 subsidy schemes by the Government of Gujarat to promote MSMEs as well as large industries to some extent. This information can be found in the top two links, that is Industries Commissionerate website, ic.gujarat.gov.in and msmec.gujarat.gov.in. The full details of the schemes with the guidelines is provided on the websites. Next, the last is Investors Facilitation Portal, which is a single window portal created by Gujarat government. It is a portal for MSMEs as well as large industries to apply for approvals from state departments to get operational permissions. There is as well an ordinance 2019 under which acknowledgement certificate is issued to a MSME. Based on that, a 3-year exemption is provided to get the approvals for MSMEs. This is also availed through the IFP. For MSMEs to get subsidies under the Industrial Policy 2020, the MSMEs have to apply on the IFP portal itself. That's all from my side. Thank you to all the speakers.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Now I request CA Manoj Jain to introduce our another speaker, CA Durganand Mishra, sir. Over to you.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. To all the dignitaries, our esteemed speakers, member of Surat branch, and all my fellow colleague members, a very good evening. Now we have with us CA Durganand Mishra ji for our next session. And before we start, I would like to give a brief introduction of him. He is a fellow member of Institute of Chartered Accountant of India, and he is a commerce graduate from Lalit Narayan Midhalal University, Darbhanga. He has more than 9 years of experience in banking, credit and compliance division. He is currently posted as Chief Manager at Union Bank of India Regional Office, Surat. He has organized various MSME campaigns as per the direction of the bank or MSME Mela and PSB 59-minute loan camp. He has the experience of handling the credit portfolio of various industries like textile, diamond, real estate, and chemicals. Now I'd like to request him to take the charge of the session. Sir, please.
Yeah, thank you. I'm audible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you every member and a speaker and all our listeners. Myself is Durganand Mishra, as our friend already told to you. And I am earlier working the Corporation Bank. Now that bank, Corporation Bank, Andhra Bank, and Union Bank became a one bank. So that's why I came from Delhi to here only, and joined this organization as a Union Bank organization 1st July 2020 onward. My fellow member CA Rahul Agrawal came and he told me just to give some session regarding MSME and all those things, and some restructuring, light on the restructuring. Anyhow, our good friends are knowing better than me because I am a banker. So I am only knowing the part of the banking system, not very well versed in the rule and regulation, all those things, because I have earlier practicing in the CA firm, but that 2010 onward I left all those things. So now I am not 100% aware of the guidelines. Anyhow, I am aware of the all banking guidelines, what are the bank, how the bank is giving to the funding to everybody, and what are the schemes that already our DIC member told to you, and our Sinha sir already told so many things, DGFT and export, import, all those things they have told to us. So my session, just I am giving some light on the MSME. Regarding MSME, everybody knowing now the definition has been changed from earlier is the plant and machinery criteria for the investment. Now the two things came, investment and plus turnover method. Why this method is came? Because the lots of MSME department is struggling earlier. Is not coming in that sector, and so many interest subvention and that capital subsidy and so many ROI concession, all those things is not getting earlier. So now after giving this definition, changing in the definition, so many MSME friends have come in that fold, and they are enjoying all the subsidy and ROI concession like that. Friends, our earlier scheme came just like the demonetization, and then after the GST came, all of MSME, small sector just get some trouble. Why I am telling trouble? Because they are not getting the proper channel, they are not getting the proper environment, how the people is going to be educated them, how they are going to be taking a fund to the bank, or how many rule and regulation they have to comply with the guidelines of the government of India, and how that they have to go to take a GST, and how the billing system is going to be changed. So like that, so many trouble in there. After that, now the system of MSME and my friends MSME business is going to be grow up. In between our COVID system is came, and COVID pandemic is so many sector they have broken. Almost 50 to 60% of our MSME gone to the we can say just close their shut down their business. Now slowly the MSME is going to be come up. Now in our the Surat area related things, our 2-3 sector is very booming sector. Just we are telling the Surat is diamond city and also a textile city. So 2 sector is going to be started, and now after pandemic and slowly the business is going to be pick up. From March 2020 to March 2020 to September 2020, in almost 6 months, we have a struggle, and so many government guideline came. We have to participate, and we have given to the free hand holding to the our customer and our business organization. So just like our on the basis of Nirmala Sitharaman and Government of India given so many guidelines, we have to comply on those, and we have to give hand holding to the MSME department. So we have given so many hand holding departments, just like I told earlier, MSME Mela we have campaign that is earlier before the COVID. But now in between COVID, we have given too many things. In that three items we are going to be explained. Just one PM street vendor like that funding we are given to 10,000, all the Redi wala and Thela wala. On the basis of that, so many our small micro level MSME micro level enterprises gone very benefited. And after that, we have given UGCL, just means our NCGC department given a guarantee for 100% fully guarantee. On the basis of that, we have given to that MSME department, so 10% or 20% hand holding to them. So just like they have to pay the electricity and SSC dues, or so many employee related expenditure, fixed cost they have to bear off on the basis of that. Now, after that, the economy is going to start it, and now we are giving so many MSME types of loans, so many our scheme is there. On the basis of that, given to the loan to the MSME department. Our DIC member already told up to 2 crore. Normally, we are considering in the CGTMSE because that is collateral free, and is in the banking system. Although I am a chartered accountant, but in banking system only we are believing on the paper, not on the customer face. So our drawback, we can say, we are believing on the paper only. Or paper, we only, our good friends are only preparing audited balance sheet, 3CB, 3CA, all those things they have to give us. On the basis of that, we are assessing their business requirement, funding, giving funding to them. So our bank, every bank has so many MSME scheme, but our bank has 2-3 scheme. That is very good scheme. That one we have GST gain scheme. We are telling just up to GST return basis, we are giving 20%. What are the GST sale you have done in the last year, audited financial year? On the basis of that, 20% we are giving to the funding to the MSME borrower. On the basis of maybe collateral also, or may not be collateral also, just like a CGTMSE department, CGTMSE coverage we have to give them, and their fees they have to bear by the borrower. Or another scheme is there with us, MSME Subsidy scheme, just like a Subsidy. Why we are telling a Subsidy? Because on the if the borrower has the collateral security, or that collateral security suffice minimum 75% of collateral coverage, we are giving repo rate, EBLR. Normally we are telling repo rate plus some premium amount or some spread amount. On the basis of given only 5.5, 0.10 or 0.1, like that we are giving funding to them, because that is very near about, that is coming near about less than 7% of our ROA. Why this scheme came? Normally our banking system assets liability management department is there, or earlier the things is that normally on the collateral basis we are not believing so much. On the basis of cash flow we are believing. So now these days the collateral and cash, both the things became equal. On the basis of that, our department, head office department, they have lucratively they have taken all those views, and on the basis of that giving our MSME Subsidy scheme they are giving. In this scheme, normally I told 75% collateral is required, and on the basis of audited balance sheet plus next year projected data up to 25% we are considering. On the basis of that, 20% of sales we are giving to the funding to them. Second thing, if the 20% of sales is not going to be suffice their problem, then on the basis of MTBF method, that flexible banking method, we are giving the higher exposure also. Normally we are considering current assets minus current liability, and their margin of promoters margin 20% or 25% we have to reduce, and rest amount we are going to be fund to them. Normally funding is given by the 2-3 sector to the our MSME people. One is a creditor level. That creditor they are giving to their tenor to relaxation to payment for them. Or second is their borrower's margin. Or third is our banking system that exposure we are giving to them, handholding we are giving to them. On the basis of they are getting a funding, and now their business is slowly going to be started. Now I am coming to the restructuring scheme. So many scheme is populated by our Reserve Bank of India, and our bank has modernized and some done some modification and some ease of that guideline. And on the basis of that, our bank has started the MSME restructuring on the basis of RBI guideline. Everybody is knowing. Maybe if somebody is not knowing, our scheme is like that only. The MSME up to 25 crore we are going to be restructured. That restructure scheme is earlier up to December only, but now it has gone to the March 2020-21 also. We can go up to that level. We can restructure the scheme. The main criteria of the MSME restructuring, that account should be eligible. For that only up to 25 crore we can exposure of that MSME. We can go for the restructuring. That MSME account should not substandard as on 1st March 2020, and by the implication of that MSME restructuring, that borrower should have the GST return. If the sum of the sector that is not require GST registration, they can give exemption letter, or as per the guideline exempted. They can also for that MSE borrower also we can go for a restructuring. The restructuring is not a very hard and fast, just like earlier restructuring, just like we are doing the S4A and SDR and CLT, like that things not is there. So many complications not is there in the MSME. Only 4 criteria is there. Or if the first December, 1st March 2020, the account is standard, then we can go for restructuring. For restructuring, we can go up to the 7 year or maximum 10 year for restructuring tender. Normally, we are converting to the running limit to the just like a mid type of term loan, and up to maximum 7 year term loan, like that we are going to for that. And now in between in August month, when the corona and pandemic is very high, on that time our RBI given 2 things, 2 ease they are given. One for running limit, we have to go up to 6-month moratorium they have given. So up to September 2020, what are the interest they have debited in their account, we have to go for them for restructuring. Otherwise, we have to go for the last installment in the term loan. We have to shift to the installment of the last installment. In the running limit, normally what we are doing, up to from 1st March to 31st September, what are the interest is debited, for that amount we are going to give a FITL amount, FITL account, and on the basis of that 6 months we have to give a repayment time. Up to March 2021, they have to pay their interest amount. And second is the other than running limit for term loan, like that they have to all the interest and installment we have to accumulate, and we have to shift to the last 2 installment to the that term loan agreement on basis. Last 2 installment we have to shift it. These are the small things, changes we have, the RBI has proposed and bank has introduced, and we have given to the handholding to the MSME borrowers. Now the things is coming, these are the MSME regarding, but other than in the pandemic there is no MSME only, other than MSME borrower also affected. For that, so many circular RBI issued. One of the circular regarding personal loan, regarding even some vehicle loan somebody has taken, personal loan somebody has taken, and the credit card related loan somebody has. So all those other than the MSME and the large corporate, the rest of the borrowers exposure we have classified in the personal segment. For that also RBI giving the guideline on the 1st March 2020, that account should not pay NPA, and we can shift their installment or EMI to the next 2 years on the as per the requirement of the borrower. The second restructuring like that is for personal. So now we have already explained MSME personal. Now we are going to be explained as per the Kamath committee 26 sector who has already affected in the corona related things and they are not able to generate the cash flow. So 26 sector as per the Kamath committee, the sector is auto component, auto dealership, automobile manufacturing, aviation, building material, tiles, cement, chemical, construction, consumer durable, or corporate retail outlets, gem and jewelry, hotel, restaurant, iron and steel manufacturing, logistics, mining, real estate, power, transmission, etc. All those sectors we have to road, shipping, sugar, textile. These are the 26 sector. For that, the special COVID related framework they have issued by the RBI. That resolution framework for the COVID-19 related stress sector. In that sector, normally they have given some ease to the banking benchmark ratio. Normally, banking benchmark ratio is TUL, TNW, and debt equity ratio, current ratio, DSCR like that. As per our existing guideline and as per the RBI point of view, the current ratio should be 1.25 or debt equity ratio to be 3:1, TUL, TNW to 4:1, and DSR to be 1.5 minimum. Like that, the existing benchmark is there. But as per the 26 sector and the Kamath committee regarding the COVID related stress borrower, the restructuring scheme given in that some ease are also they given for the key ratios. Just like earlier TUL, TNW, now we can go up to 4.5 or 5 up to 5:1. We can go for the restructuring point of view for TUL, TNW. TUL, TNW. I'm audible? Hello, I'm
Yes, you
audible?
are audible, sir.
Yeah. The second key ratio is they are given total debt equity divided EBITDA. EBITDA normally we are earning before interest, tax depreciation and amortization. That total debt or and the EBITDA ratio also they are given. That is given 4 to 5 like that. The sector depend upon the sector. Suppose the real estate sector is there or residential project is there. So 9:1 they are given. Total EBITDA is to total debt is to EBITDA. If the commercial real estate is there, 12:1 they have given. Like the current ratio also, the earlier is 1.15, 1.25 as per the benchmark or minimum benchmark. But in these sectors, 26 sector related, the ease are given in the ratio. Current ratio up to 1 we can go, or even aviation sector even 0.40 also we can go. On the basis of that, we can do a restructuring. And regarding average DSCR or DSCR, earlier is 1.5, 1.1 minimum is required for our infrastructure, but now up to 1 we can go for that DSCR point of view. So these sectors we can also go for the restructuring. And the fourth sector is like that, just like the more than 1,500 exposure, and the account is not returned to the NPA, and that account is under a large corporate borrower, and that coming under the maybe a sole banking system or multiple banking or a consortium banking. So on the basis of that, that is a resolution we have to find it out. And if there is a resolution, so then we can do a restructuring, maybe a recover mechanism also, installment deferment also. All these things are not possible, then we have to go to the up to within 180 days, we have to go to the NCLT, filing the NCLT, and on the basis of that, we have to recover to the money from the borrower. So in that large corporate related, 1,500 exposure is there, the cutoff, and there should not be a default more than 30 days. And within a 30 days from the, if the bankers is suppose that to take a resolution from the customer, within 30 days they have to go for the that JLA, joint lender agreement. They have to do it, or a meeting they have to conduct it, and on the basis of consortium point of view, they have to go for the consortium meeting, and on the basis of 75% of the member concurrence and 60% of value member concurrence, they have to take a resolution plan, and that date should be if the both the criteria is fulfilled, the date of the consortium meeting to be treated as a reference date. On the basis of reference date up to 180 days, we have to go for the restructuring, and the resolution plan to we have to execute it, and accordingly we have to do a restructuring. So there are 4 type of the restructuring package in there in the banking system normally. And earlier system also is there. If the suppose in 4th sector nobody is coming in this 4th sector, then they can go for restructuring also on the basis of earlier, just like the 20% of the cash flow they have to submit in the next future. How many years they are going to be restructure the account like that, and on the basis of sacrifice calculation, we have to do the restructuring like that. These are the 4 area for restructuring with us. We are doing the banking system. Now our MSME department related account, MSME related account, we can go restructuring up to 31st March 2021. But if that account is not coming under MSME and coming under 26 sector, sector already we have told to you. In that sector, before 31st December, that means before end of this month, we have to invoke the restructuring. So if any customer who has not yet approached to the bank for their account to be restructured, or they are stressed, they are come under stress on due to COVID related things, they come forward and discuss with the bankers, people, our banker friends, and do the restructuring, because the economy of the India is going to go very worse, and there is no penny of amount should go to the NPA, because the NPA is just like a cancer, we can say, in the banking point of view. If the account gone to NPA, every capital is going to be a 70-75% PCR ratio with us. So 70-75% almost we have to go to the provisioning point of view, and our capital is going to be erode. So nobody can afford to the NPA. So everybody is focusing on the MSME restructuring, otherwise 26 sector restructuring, and otherwise personal account restructuring also they are going to do. These are the 4 or 5 mechanisms with us. And now coming to these are the restructuring which is already affected on the COVID and not affected with the COVID also, and coming under MSME like that. Now our bank, even all bank across India, all public sector bank and private sector bank also given so many MSME scheme. So already I told you GST return scheme and the MSME Subsidy scheme. Now bank has introduced that professional union professional scheme. In that professional, normally our CACS friends can get a funding from the bank for their professional practice and doing their professional practice, and they can go for the taking a business house, and they can take a office and furniture. For regarding doctor also, we can give a funding to them for taking a machinery and other things, developing that infrastructure. And these are the service sector related things. A manufacturer, already I told you, so many schemes with us for our transporter point of view also. We are going to fund to the CCVL scheme, and professional scheme already told you, MSME scheme already told you. Now we are going to that KCC scheme also for the Kisan credit related things, and the Mudra Yojana already have our Honorable Prime Minister already given the good things. So Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana, in that we are going to fund up to 10 lakh. Shisu, Tarun or Kishore, like that. The criteria is there. On the basis of going to fund into the MSME sector. So the government of India populated so many good schemes. Our bankers, we are giving to the good scheme, to populating to the good scheme, to the MSME frontiers, and they are getting benefited. So these are the scheme with our banking system, and these are the position of our the MSME. Friends, our 35 to 40% our MSME account, MSME is contributing to the business, to the GDP. So our MSME should be very strong. Why we are focusing on MSME? The aim of the MSME is they are taking so many employment, so many Rozgar Yojana. So for that, the MSME is very crucial and important for the growth of the India. So that's why the government also populating the MSME scheme. Bankers are also giving the handholding to them. These are the from my side. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Now there is a question answer session. Any participant having any question, kindly unmute yourself and ask questions to our speakers.
Sir, I have a question for Virendra sir. Virendra ji, can you hear me, sir?
I can hear you.
Good evening, sir. Sir, few of my clients are exporter of services. They are IT consultants and they are exporting service. So, is there any benefits for them in export of services?
Of which period?
Sorry, sir.
Of which period?
They are continuing exporting services. They are IT providers, IT consultants.
The list is given in the Handbook of Procedure, Volume 2.
Okay, sir.
Of services rendered by the exporter.
Okay.
They are eligible for the SCIST benefit. You look into that list.
1 second, sir. Which benefit, sir?
SCIS, Service Export Incentive Scheme.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much.
Welcome.
Yes, any other participant having any questions?
Anyone else, please? आप सभी लर्नर्ड लोग हैं, मेरा एक सजेशन है, क्योंकि नई फॉरेन ट्रेड पॉलिसी अभी 31/3/2021 के बाद आने वाली है, तो आपके जो भी सजेशंस हों प्लीज मुझे डीजीएफटी ऑफिस में भेजें, जिससे कि मैं उनको इंक्लूड करवा सकूं।
Sure, sir.
Yes, sir. Participants can also put their question in chat box.
मैं तो समझ रहा था देयर विल बी मेनी मोर क्वेश्चंस because you are a real practitioner, you understand the policies.
Sir, I have few queries, but I think I will personally visit you so that we can talk.
Anytime you can.
Thank you, sir.
After 3 p.m. I am available here as I am looking after the dual charge of Development Commissioner as well as the additional DGFT. So I used to come at 3 o'clock in the office.
Sure, sir.
Tomorrow I will not there because CIM meeting is there.
Sure, 100%.
At 3 p.m.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
After 4th you can come.
Sure, 100%.
I am proceeding on leave.
Sure, sir.
Any suggestions, please send the suggestions also. So if nobody is there, let us, if somebody else want to put the question, please send to CA Association. They will forward it and we will look into it to reply.
That will be nice, sir.
Or you can send by email also.
Sure, sir.
If you have any issue.
Arun bhai, I think nobody is having queries, so we should conclude the session. Pooja ma'am. I guess she is not on the line. So.
Okay. On top of yes, ma'am is there.
Thank you so much, sir.
Ma'am, your voice is not audible. Madam, Pooja madam. Hello.
You're not audible, ma'am.
Now it's audible?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. All the three speakers were great today. Thank you all the sirs. I request my colleague CA Arun Narangji to present a formal vote of thanks.
Thank you, ma'am. On behalf of Surat branch of WRC of ICAI, I would like to thank our today's speakers, Shri Virender Singh ji, Shri Himanshu Gaur ji, and CA Durganan Mishra ji. Thank you, sirs, for your wonderful time and enlightening us with your awesome knowledge on MSME sector. Thank you all the participants for your patience listening. Thank you so much. Thank you once again.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.